As you can see, we have an empty space, and in order to start this, we should probably have 2 different sides. Okay, there we go. We have 2 different islands, one for the immortal side and one for the godlike side. And I guess from here, we just place a dude. This is gonna be the immortality side, okay? And this side is gonna be the godlike side. These guys are not gonna get along, let me just tell you that much. Okay, so the immortal side, I'm thinking is gonna have immortal-like traits. We gotta figure that out first. Immortal might be a good place to start, but yeah, that's just theory. And immortal people are gonna have all, just the dodging skills. Okay, that's what they're gonna have. Immortals are gonna have a dodging skill. They're immortal, of course, genius, and wise. And then what I can do is I can make it rain the traits that they have, and that should pop up. Traits, they're gonna have all the normal stuff. So that's this immortal side. Now we move on to the godlike side. Actually, I just figured before we move on, we should probably populate them real quick. Lots and lots and lots. Can I spell something? Oh, I can. Hold up. Subscribe. Shameless plug, but subscribe. I think this is enough people. All of these guys immortal, cannot die. Wait. Now they're immortal and they cannot die. They're all infected with immortality. It's a curse more than it is a blessing, but okay. On to these bozos, godlike powers. So assuming they're like not actual gods, they just have the powers, they'd probably be stupid, driven to achieve greatness. Yep. They're greedy because they're like wanting all the money. They're lucky, and they're giants. They're fat because they eat so much. They're tough, they're strong, but they're stupid, okay? So, and they have all the other powers besides dodging. They're blessed, and they're the chosen ones, so they're really freaking strong. It's almost not fair. And they're shiny, okay. That's what these traits are. You can pause whenever, but let me just show you what they all have. Yeah, they're pretty overpowered. So, let's just spawn a crap ton of them. Bing, bop, boom, bam. So I'm drowning some of them, but that's fine. Sub, and then we fill the rest of the planet or the island with not immortal. I give these guys godlike powers using the rain. Bam. Okay. These guys will die. However, they have godlike powers. There you go. Now we have action. Then I think we should give them some sort of resources, because what else are they gonna do? What is some like godlike stuff that never would exist anywhere else? Lemon seeds. Let's give them a little savannah. And then for the immortal people, let's make it savannah on the top. Immortal is kind of sadness, so once a dream of eternal life, now a place that feeds not out of hunger but loneliness. That seems like the perfect description on what's going on here.
Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
Then we simply give them fertilizer. There you go. Look at all the stuff they have. Be free. Unleash the power. Are they practicing spells? What about you? What are you guys doing? They're discussing. Okay, that's pretty fair. Immortal guys will have adamantium, silver, stone. You know what? They'll have a little bit of everything, to be honest. Same with the other guys. Little bit of gold. These guys will have a lot of gold because they're rich. Mithril because they're myth. Stone. Tiny bit of adamantium up here. Silver and stone. Look at these houses. Look, they're doing something. So I found some stuff over here in the various powers. I can give them all blessings. Since they are technically gods, I'll bless all of them. And the immortal guys will be fast, I guess. Oh, those are really fast. Work faster. Look at that. Look at them go. Oh, these guys don't have animals. They can't really grow if they don't have animals. I feel like godlike beings would have sheep, chickens, and rabbits, you know. Okay. And then the immortal people will be taming goats. They'll have chickens, and they'll have dogs. You know what? They can have sheep too. Well, I think they're making a kingdom over here. These guys are pretty interesting, to be honest. Starting to make oceans. They want to explore new worlds. Okay. What about these guys? What are they doing? They're stupid, so most of them are probably resting. But they're actually making some pretty decent progress. I'm not seeing a boat yet. Oh, there's one. Tiny little dock. They don't really have places to explore. Let's give the gods some stone Let's give these guys some stone. What is that? And then they can finally meet up here. They can both have access to some very special resources. Like, it's a dangerous place for them to go either way. They're gonna have so many bears on the island, but they're gonna have insane access to like good resources that they're gonna need. Like singularity swamp seeds, paradox seeds. I don't know what any of these do, but they sound cool. So savannah seeds, arcane desert seeds, flower seeds. Okay, and then I grow them all. There we go. So these guys are gonna have a bunch of resources. Acid, volcanoes, very dangerous over here. Okay, let's ramp up the speed. Let's go with 5x speed. Okay, 12 years. Actually, you know what? It's gonna take forever. They need to start going into depressions. So there's this little glitch I learned from my cousin. Settings, the burger, click it like 10 times. Oh, there you go. Debug menu. And then, what was it? Sonic speed? Oh, let's see. Super speed. There we go. Look at how fast the ages are going by. That is absolutely insane. But you could see slowly that they're like starting to like taking a lot of the trees over. Ooh, someone's over here now. They started a colony over here. Okay. Dark ages. Whoa, dude, what is going on? Look at all that. I just saw them cross over. Now they're actually starting to get somewhere. Scary. The gods versus the... Is it all one clan now? It is. Yo. Okay. What the heck is that? A Pompifa? What the heck does this do? Dash? Oh, I'm fast. I could dash. Interesting. Never seen that before in my life. Well, they're not poor necessarily. I mean, they are still definitely poor, but these guys are just idiots. I wonder what he is. The gods became ugly, ambitious. They're still blessed and godlike, but ugly is kind of a, you know, that sucks. I don't know who took up over here. Soft skin. Who is this? So this is one of the Immortals' kids, I'm assuming, because they're giants. Actually, I forgot. If there's no humans on an island, they just start to crawl over there automatically. So this one doesn't really count until war happens. Meaning I should probably give them their stone and stuff. Not quite smart enough to come over here, are you guys? Okay, so I think the immortal people are smart, which they already are smart. So they all combine together, have world peace. The gods, they are just stupid. Too much power, they're arguing, trading. Actually, they're singing. What are you singing about? Oh, I see projectiles. Yo, they might be cooked. Let's speed up the time. Here you go. Look at these ages going by. It's almost been 100 years. The immortals are still chilling. Let's zoom out. We could see, okay. I'm still curious of what these are. We zoom in, we see beautiful ships being made. These are almost modern houses. They're not very rich, which is a problem. If they just were to explore to these islands, fine, I'll give you like a little bit of a beach. That's it though. No, you weren't supposed to start a whole new colony, bruh. I don't know what they're doing, bro. Who is this? Who are you guys? Dang. All the money. This is a brand new colony. These two are new colonies. The two middle ones are the main focus. I think some people are trying to actually finally take over this place. Let's make things a little more interesting. Let's add a rhino to this island. Oh, it's gone. Let's add a few rhinos. To the God's Island, they're gonna have a few bears. Oh, wow. I don't know who these guys are, but they took over really, really fast. They're still not good enough to mine the adamantium, but they sucked out all the other resources dry except for this singular piece of gold. But they respawn pretty fast. These ones on their hands, still kind of thriving. These guys have just hit world peace. Yeah, this is all one. So we're getting pretty close to where they fight each other. No. Meteors are starting to fall from the sky. That's not cool. So these guys are just greedy. They took over the most resources on the map. This looks pretty sus. Let's fix that. There we go. Fixed. Oh, there you go. Fixed. Hopefully they can live long enough. I'm gonna wait until year 500, and I'm kind of curious to see what happens. It's been 500 years. We reached the goal. They haven't had trees or nothing in so long. They just mine it so fast. Yo, something's finally going down. There's a war. I was barely even gone. The whole island just got abandoned. Whoa, that's actually crazy. Who is this guy? A Moxic? The pumpkin guy just destroyed the life of this village. They're really trying to thrive, but they got obliterated. So for the next 400 years, I guess I'm just gonna sit here and wait. Oh, wait, there's a war going on. I don't know who it's against, but it's going. Who is it against? I never realized that. They statistically invent more ways to explode, stab, or accidentally poison themselves. And these guys only have 3 females according to this. These guys have 1 female. Is it a ratio? What the heck? The wars are going on. Are they ships? Yeah, the ships are just getting real upset. What the heck? So it's pretty much split into 2 different people. Dog, I went AFK for like half a second. I can't tell. It looks like they finally made peace. I want to see the leaders. So, I don't know when it happened. I don't know when this happened, but somehow this guy migrated. He is 700 years old. This guy is he's an absolute unit, but he's the leader of this. And I'm not seeing any immortal gods. So the immortal guy over here is winning. There's no, what are his perks? Ugly, wise, golden tooth. So he still has some old perks. Yeah, he still has old perks. What about, who's leader? 10 years old, 95? They realistically should have the good perks. Lustful, which means they're freaky. But yeah, so all their godlike powers are just gone. I'm only seeing wise, and I'm seeing 1 immortal dude who's 750, and I think that's how long. Yeah, 700. I don't even know how he's 750, but that does answer the question. Okay, that's it. Path Boko. I don't know when it happened, but it happened. There's no more gods. All there is immortal person. There's this one. So that answers the question. Hope you guys enjoyed. I gotta go, bro. Bye-bye.